January for Everton, who have Sheffield United here at home just before the end of the year.
And City have had a bit of sun as well. It's amazing what sun can do for you this time of year.
I wish, if only. Haven't seen the sun for a while. Onana midway inside his own half, and that Sheffield United game
In 50 yards, there's a roundabout. Take the third exit and stay on South Parade, B409. In a quarter of a mile, there's a roundabout. Take the second exit and stay on South Parade, B409. In 50 yards, there's a roundabout. Take the third exit and stay on the avenue, B491. In 300 yards, turn right onto Chiswick High Road, A315.
That day, it's Manchester City who lead 2-1 tonight. Given away there to Mikalenko, midway inside the Manchester City half. Midfield to McNeil. McNeil, body was fouled. Kovacic tracking back. No free kick, says John Brooks. Just over 21 minutes to go of normal time. Everton are in a real fight now. And Onana luckily turns away.
Turn right onto Chiswick High Road, A315.
And didn't get any contact on the ball. And then Onana too slow to react in front of Rodri. You can hear the fury of the Everton fans raining down on the field of play. Everton fans packed in all around us in the main stand. The fury of 35,000-36,000 Evertonians for Amadou Onana.
Yeah, they're just expecting all the players to be a certain tempo, and I don't think Onana is a little bit easy, Ozzy Onana. He's got every attribute to be a top central midfielder, but sometimes I just think he loses a bit of concentration. But he's been a problem for City today.
There's that penalty miss for Onana in the League Cup quarter-final defeat to Fulham recently. Everton now trailing by 2-1. And Manchester City very impressive in the second half. Even if the penalty award was debatable, John Brooks hesitated initially, then gained the decision, and then VAR checked it and confirmed that the on-field decision was the right one for handball against Onana.
I think it's more about the letter of the law, that's why he gave it, but I think it's more about the law than anything else.
Yeah.
That's
the process was fine, wasn't it?
Yeah. But it was weird how he gave it after the City players went around him and told him that it should have been a penalty. That's what happens at school with the teachers.
You would have thought there was a word in his ear, possibly from the assistant referee. Grealish led with the edge of the 18-yard line, pops it back to Rodri, tucks it back up wide to the left-hand side in Gvardiol. Gvardiol with time to hang up across. He's checked back onto his right foot away from Jack Harrison. Everton very quiet as an attacking force in the second half. Manchester City would kill the game off with a third goal, but Kovacic has been stopped in his tracks. And Onana's lofted it downfield to Calvert-Lewin. His first real touch of the ball in the 71st minute with Everton 2-1 down. Level the edge of the penalty area, live on TalkSport. Calvert-Lewin pops it back out to the left and Dwight McNeil, first time cross, cleared away, and Manchester City able to retrieve possession easily.
In half a mile, turn right onto Acton Lane, B490.
As Michael Keane wins it back, 10 yards to the edge of the penalty area, onto Harrison. Harrison trying to dribble beyond Foden, Alvarez and Gvardiol, and between the three of them they do enough, but it is an Everton throw, down by the corner flag on the far side, and just a slight lack of intensity just there for Everton.
Yeah, they just need to get more bodies forward to support the ball, and they didn't. When Calvert-Lewin got himself forward, and the crosses in the box from McNeil, but there wasn't enough Everton players in the box. I don't know whether it's because they're tired, but they're struggling to get themselves up and recover like they were doing in the first half.
You might be right, Lisa, there understandably be a bit of fatigue possibly for some of those Everton players. Everybody plays a lot of football over Christmas time. Alvarez inside his own penalty area for Manchester City. It's his penalty that has them in front. Tarkowski almost shoves Foden aside to win it back emphatically. Deep inside the Manchester City half. He's up against Gvardiol. There's a real scramble down by that corner flag, and it's thundered away in the end by Kovacic away from danger. Only as far as Keane. Midway inside the Manchester City half. Weighted pass down the far side, the right towards Harrison. Gvardiol is there to shrug him aside. And lurking behind that pillar as we watch on from the opposite side of the field. Gvardiol in the left-back position, tucks it back to Foden. They're playing through the thirds here, Manchester City, keeping their calm and composure. Rodri trying to stride forward towards the halfway line, and he picks out Grealish with a good pass. Grealish on halfway, out to the left at Alvarez. Alvarez ready to take on Patterson. Grealish was caught late off the ball. Manchester City fans on their feet in their thousands appeal to the referee, and he's seen what's happened, or at least the aftermath of it. John Brooks. Grealish is still sitting down. The referee, I think, is suggesting just get on with it. Grealish eventually does that.
Yeah, I think thinking about that handball, and I'm thinking about the handball from Erdogan.
In 100 yards, turn right onto Heathfield Terrace, A3000. Turn right onto Heathfield Terrace, A3000.
Law. That just came to me, that Erdogan one where he actually put his hand on it and it was pretty obvious that that wasn't a penalty. So the Inada one definitely wasn't a penalty.
In 200 yards, at the roundabout, take the third exit onto Sutton Lane North.
As to the demands that you're placing on players, if you block a shot from close range, as he was doing, Anand, he was sort of sliding forward to block it, wasn't he? So very difficult for his arms to remain attached to his sides in that
Yeah, one thing
situation.
physically as well, it's difficult to move your arms by your side and stretch. Anyway, it just annoyed me, that's all.
Well, violent, that's the current law.
In 150 yards, turn right onto Marlborough Road.
Side to Everton.
Take the next right onto Marlborough Road, then turn right onto Walpole Gardens.
Fans of all shapes and sizes, so if you've got a plan, they've got a van. 16 minutes to go. Earlier in the Premier League, it finished Brentford 1, Wolves 4. A late Noddy Madueke penalty.
Take the next right onto Burlington Road.
To Chelsea, one here. Jack Harrison, ready down the right-hand side. Cohen in the middle. Oh, he's stuck it wide.
Take the next right onto Grange Road.
Side in the build-up. Calvert-Lewin running onto it. Tucked it wide.
Did brilliant down that right side, but I think I've got a feeling that Harrison was off.
In 300 yards, turn right onto Oxford Road North.
Everton can offer, they can get themselves forward. Calvert-Lewin in the middle, didn't finish it that time, he was under a little bit of pressure. I think from Akanji, Edison came out and just put enough pressure on Calvert-Lewin to miss it.
Here's Patterson just inside the Manchester City half. Wriggles away from Guardiola to win possession back.
Turn right onto Oxford Road North, then turn right onto Chiswick High Road.
Left foot, the man on loan from Leeds. Harrison faced up by Guardiola. Down by the corner flag, he's flicked it over the head of the defender. And now he's got it back. He's shot the ball into the penalty area. Tight angle. Another square. Harrison steers the ball towards the left this time. And Mikalenko, who's beaten to it by Walker. Another was standing in front of Harrison, arms outstretched, saying, play me the ball, play me the ball. He didn't. And now Manchester City counter.
Take the next right onto Chiswick High Road, A315.
Sean Dyche says, let's carry on. It's not a head injury. The Everton fans are furious. Play continues. Alvarez still down. Referee does eventually stop the game.
See, all this does is just get the Everton crowd going, so whether he is injured or not, Alvarez, I'm not so sure, but all it does is get the Everton crowd up, get the noise going, and it just encourages these Everton players. And it wasn't given as a foul, and then in the end the referee stopped the game. I don't think he's supposed to stop the game, is he? He nicked the ball, but he followed through.
In 200 yards, at the roundabout, take the fifth exit and stay on Chiswick High Road, A315.
There's a foul.
That's the former Leeds striker Lucy Ward. St Mirren 0, Kilmarnock 1 is a full-time score in the Scottish Premiership. Alvarez is back on his feet. It's his goal that separates the two teams. Manchester City lead by the odd goal in 3. They had lost 3 of their last 6 away from home in the Premier League. Coming into this evening, they only lost 4 away Premier League games in the whole of last season. Alvarez coming across the near side. City will be temporarily down to 10. Hibs 0, Hearts 1 in the Scottish Premiership, the Edinburgh Derby, and that is deep into second half stoppage time. Lawrence Shanklin with what looks like being an injury time winner for Hearts at Easter Road. What a massive moment that is for Hearts in that most keenly fought of local derbies. Manchester City have restarted the game. Alvarez still on the touchline, waiting to get the ball to come back on, and Branthwaite has missed time to challenge Bernardo Silva sliding in. Sean Dyche now, and Carl Walker is raging at somebody on the near side touchline. Pep Guardiola had to hold him back momentarily there. Walker was screaming at somebody.
Yeah, it was Ian Ward. Ian Ward pushed Walker. He turned round.
Take the next left onto Clarence Road, A3000, then turn left onto Wellesley Road. In 200 yards, turn left onto Style Hall Gardens.
A feet away, Ian Ward, the long-time assistant to Sean Dyche, and well. I guess he was just trying to get the ball back, Walker. Hopefully it worked. Play continues as Manchester City give the ball.
Turn left onto Style Hall Gardens.
It's on the play by Anana, but the Everton crowd are really riled up here, and they still believe that Everton could find themselves an equaliser live on TalkSport before the game.
Banana again.
In 100 yards, use the left lane to turn left onto South Circular Road, Q Road. Use the left lane to turn left onto South Circular Road, Q Road, then turn left onto Strand on the Green. Take the next left onto Strand on the Green.
Carded earlier on for that challenge on Bernardo Silva. Alvarez is back.
Continue for 3/4 of a mile.
Compliments of 11 players. What a thriller we've seen here at Goodison Park. It's not over yet. Arno Danjuma is going to come on for Everton very shortly. Danjuma, who could have got Everton a point, could have won the game for them at Tottenham at the weekend. Had a couple of the chances that he had.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the pace. You know, if Everton can get hold of the ball, they're still in this game. Can they put more pressure on Manchester City? Can they get a little bit more legs in the team? They just look like they've got a few heavy legs there, Everton.
Here comes the change. Off goes the Everton goal scorer Harrison, and here comes the number 10 in that royal blue shirt. The loanee from Villarreal, Arno Danjuma. It's been a brilliant second half, a brilliant game, Lucy.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, it has. I think that Everton had a game plan they stuck to in the first half. It was paying off. City came out with a little bit more fire in the bellies in the second half. Got a bit of quality to get themselves in front. A little bit of a dodgy penalty for me, but they certainly had all the pressure to get themselves in front.
Guardiola on the halfway line, the bearded defender for Manchester City, and now Rodri stepping into opposition territory and finding Bernardo Silva at the lip of the centre circle. And it goes now to Akanji. Akanji to Ake. Ake with his hair, long hair tied back. Rodri chips the ball on the inside right channel. Lovely way to pass towards Alvarez. Alvarez couldn't quite take it in his stride. Mikolenko back for Everton. And Mikolenko, the Ukrainian, will clear the ball away. Only as far as Bernardo Silva. Less than 10 minutes of normal time remain. Manchester City are 2-1 in front. For the latest odds, head to Ladbrokes, back Everton to win at 40-1. Manchester City 15-2 odds on. A draw at 5-1. That's all thanks to Ladbrokes. Plus, BigGambler.org, and a foul. And McNeil by Grealish on the far side. Grealish appeals, arms outstretched, but he's going to get a yellow card. The second cheer for the Everton fans was because the ball was then lashed into the net from miles away. Playing long bits.
Doesn't count, yeah. Yeah, Grealish. I mean, that's the thing. Grealish just stood a little bit on Patterson, and they just fell into it. McNeil just gives again. And like I said, any sort of free kick Everton get, anywhere where Pickford can reach, it turns into an attack. It's a goal. Get late runners, fight for second ball, and try and create a goal-scoring opportunity from it.
Well, the new stadium at Bramley Moor looks state-of-the-art, and it also looks full of character too. And if they can replicate the intimacy of Goodison, coupled with the modern facilities, that'll be some ground when Everton move there.
In 200 yards, at the roundabout, take the first exit and stay on Grove Park Road.
Line down the middle, headed away by Akanji. Everton looking for an equaliser, play from right to left, but Manchester City have won it back with a sprightly Foden over the halfway line towards Bernardo Silva. Garner slides in to win it back for Everton.
Yeah, Jimmy Gann did well again. We'll talk about his versatility, but he doesn't have much hard off the ball.
Chested down by Calvert-Lewin, is back to goal to find McNeil. He's midway inside the Manchester City half, going nowhere at the moment. Out wide to the right, Patterson. Patterson's only ball high over the top, cleared away by Ake on the left foot.
In 300 yards, turn left onto Grove Park Bridge.
All right by the corner flag. It's gone into touch. That will be an Everton throw. Patterson goes back to McNeil. 5 yards from the edge of the box. Dicks in the cross, just a bit too long on that for Dominic Calvert-Lewin. The sports bar follows us on TalkSport. 03717 222 once we're done here.
Yeah, 8 minutes plus whatever is added. Everton to just try and get themselves back into this game. It's just turned in Everton's favour. They've got a little bit.
Turn left onto Grove Park Bridge, then Grove Park Bridge turns left and becomes Sutton Court Road.
How much pressure they can put on with the set pieces and ball into the box.
Rodri, usually fearless but dispossessed by Garner. Midway inside his own half, Rodri and Kovacic between them quickly snap up the loose ball to win it back. Kovacic, who scored his first Manchester City goal at the Club World Cup, the semi-final of that competition. 2-1 they lead Manchester City, and they certainly weren't given their title easily, we know that. Looking to make it 4 league title wins in a row. Ball is on the halfway line now with...
Continue on Sutton Court Road for half a mile.
Okay. The heart of the Manchester City back line. Bernardo Silva dispossessed by Keane. And Keane that hits a crossfield ball that is ball straight to the feet of Carl Walker. Walker's actually done well there. He shepherded the ball out of play in front of Mikalenko, slowed the game down. Guardiola bellowing instructions from the near side touchline as Walker is set away down the right hand side by Rodri. Great pass and expert control from Walker. Mikalenko at his back. Walker heading for the corner flag, goes down. Tried to fire a free kick off the assistant who was having none of it. Flags for an Everton throw.
Yeah, it's a great outlet, that. Kyle Walker's pace. The thing is, his touch and technique compared to some of his teammates is not as good. It's still a really good level, but he just tried to get a foul, tried to hold Mikalenko off the ball.
Manchester City's next game is at home to Sheffield United. It's live and exclusive on TalkSport this Saturday. That's also not on UK television. So, TalkSport most certainly the best place to be as ever. Little touch by Calvert-Lewin. Lovely glancing touch to McNeil. Through the middle towards Danjuma. And he looked to have caught Akanji anyway.
That's the ball, though. That's the ball, Joe, in between the centre halves. Then for Danjuma to... I don't think he actually locked onto that Danjuma, but he's got the pace to get in behind, but he found Akanji in the end.
Yeah, Lesson was able to gather. Here's Alvarez from Manchester City, 25 yards out, looking to wrap the game up. Shovels beyond Tarkovsky and shoots. Rising drive over the top.
Yeah, he's been good tonight. Alvarez. I think Alvarez.
In 200 yards, turn left onto Heathfield Terrace, A3000.
It's been a seesaw match. Everton ultimately having the better of the first half. They took the lead. Manchester City will pegged them back. Keane will hammer a high ball on the far side.
Turn left onto Heathfield Terrace, A3000.
Kovacic in the end on the halfway line. Wriggles away from the slide tackle of Calvert-Lewin. And he's beyond Onana as well. Kovacic has carried it up to the midway point of the Everton half. Hearts have won at Hibs in the Scottish Premiership. That Lawrence Shankland goal, deep into stoppage time, was enough for 3 points for Hearts.
In 200 yards, at the roundabout, take the third exit onto Sutton Lane North.
So again, Walker's held it up well. He's, in the end, he's actually dribbled it out of play. A rare error from Carl.
Yeah, they're using him to relieve pressure, City, because they know that he'll run all day. It's the pace to just push Everton back and just stop them in their tracks and take the sting out of Everton pushing towards the end of this game.
Ball has been played back to Jordan Pickford.
In 200 yards, continue onto Acton Lane, B490. In 100 yards, turn left onto Marlborough Road.
The penalty area, he curled it over the top of the despairing goalkeeper and into the empty net. It's a sumptuous penalty.
Take the next left onto Marlborough Road, then turn left onto Wellesley Road.
1, Manchester City 3.
Yeah, and Pickford's done so much for this team this season and kept them in games, but he's prone to a little bit of a lack of concentration, and that was all down to him. He knows that. You take that on the chin, but just at that particular moment in this game, he's just absolutely killed the game off. He tried to just chip the ball down. It came off an Everton player, wasn't ready for it, but Bernardo's
in 200 yards, turn right onto Chiswick High Road, A315.
Keep hold of it. Bernardo Silva just did the rest.
Branthwaite wasn't expecting the ball.
Take the next right onto Chiswick High Road, A315.
Yes, in a sense, technically it might be an open goal, but he's got Branthwaite at his back. He's on the corner of the box, and he's going to loft it over the top of the goalkeeper, and he just flighted it in beautifully.
Yeah, and Branthwaite was trying to pull his shirt and all sorts just to try and put him off, but he did so well. Bernardo Silva just completely relieved the pressure for City.
Pep Guardiola celebrates, fist bump on the near side touchline, and that is surely...
In 300 yards, turn left onto Acton Lane, B490.
To win a Club World Cup, back to action in the Premier League, and Manchester City are ready and raring to defend their title again.
Yeah, I think that bit of sun has done them good, as it reinvigorated them for the run-in towards the end of the season, but this has been a tough game for Manchester City, particularly first half. A lot of questions posed for them that they couldn't find the answer to in the first half, but better, much better second half, and big players popped up with good performances.
reactions among the home supporters. Quite the exodus started to begin. Lots of empty blue seats appearing. And certainly some positives for Sean Dyche to take from tonight, particularly in the first half. I think he'll be really disappointed when actually he looks back on all 3 goals, Lucy, for different reasons.
Yeah, I think so. But the thing about this Everton team is they're always in games. Whoever they're playing, Spurs away, to Man City at home, they always stay in games for as long as they possibly can. It gives them a chance all the time. And I don't think he's got anything to worry about with this team. I just think he's just going to develop them further.
So Manchester City will head 4th in the Premier League, 5 points off Liverpool, and with a game in hand, albeit they could be 6 points adrift if Arsenal want to beat West Ham tomorrow, live on TalkSport. Fans are leaving Goodison all the time now, as Edison classes the ball high and long, left-footed. We've got just over a minute of normal time to go, and Manchester City are 3 goals to 1 ahead. McNeil can't wriggle beyond Rodri. He's been blocked off by Kovacic. Kovacic takes the ball beyond a rather tight McNeil. Bursts through the middle into the centre circle, where he's stopped eventually by Patterson. Now Anana centre circle, up the middle towards Calvert-Lewin, who couldn't control it, and it's through to Edison.
Yeah, I think that was it, wasn't it? When you score to give a 2-goal cushion at this stage in the game, then you just knock the wind out of the opposition. Everton have tried. I think at times they've looked tired, Everton, to be honest. They've tried to work as hard as they did in the first half, and just haven't managed. City's quality have just shone through.
Here is Keane, 6 yards shy of the halfway line. And as actually we mentioned in the first half, Lucy, Manchester City, even though they were a goal down at half-time, for spells of that first half, certainly they still played very well.
Yeah, they did. They played well throughout the game, and just think they've got that quality. City that shines through.
That's charging down the right, and he fouls Guardiola. Maybe the one disappointment for Pep Guardiola will be the injury to John Stones. And
that's a problem, Joel. That is a problem, because they managed to get themselves through this game, but the injury to John Stones, it affects everything that City do when they're in possession. And he's such a key player for them, particularly as they've not got De Bruyne back yet.
Yes, and De Bruyne, Haaland, Doku all potentially expected to return to the team soon. And of course, how important could that be in the run-in for the title? They're indispensable, those kind of players. 6 minutes of added time. Long one on the middle from Edison. Controlled by Alvarez into the box. He lays it back to Foden. Struck it early, hit the post. What a goal that would have been from Foden. He struck it with real venom, and it canned off the woodwork with Pickford totally beat.
I'll tell you what, Foden can't strike a ball, and it's just his technique is just so fluid. Come on to it again, struck it. It was beaten. Pickford hit the post.
Here's Rodri, midway inside his own half the field. A minute of the 6 added have been played. Phil Foden got to be a key candidate for man of the match tonight. He's wriggled away from Garner and from Tarkovsky, and Foden has burst over the halfway line now. He's darting through the middle. He's laid it square to Alvarez. Foden, who has played in every Premier League game for Manchester City this season, ever present in the top flight. Here he is again with his back to goal. Rodri, Foden, little 1-2 between the two of them, only a yard or so apart. 90 seconds through the 6 added now, and Manchester City swashbuckling at this point in the game as they look to rack up some further goals. The Sports Bar taking your calls next on TalkSport. 03717 223344 if you want to have your say on the night's football. A big win for Wolves at Brentford, 4-1. What a Christmas period it's been for Gary O'Neill's Wolves. And Chelsea, narrow winners over Crystal Palace, a much-needed victory for Maurizio Pochettino. And Pep Guardiola and Manchester City back in Premier League action. And they're going to be a hard-fought victory, but I think ultimately it deserved it.